It seems kind of strange. I keep swearing against doing these things. And then I keep doing them. It's like, if I don't swear off against doing them, I'll do one a day. If I swear off against doing them, I'm up to 2 or 3 a day. I don't know why I ask y'all questions. I never really get answers. But, got a current question that's bothering me ever since my brain came back. Actually, it's been bothering me a lot longer than that. It's been bothering me for decades, and I've dropped every sort of hint to try and get the truth. I've even flat out pretty much said it. No response. It's a long story, but not one I care to live with anymore. Just, I'll put it that way. Somebody told me they didn't like my friend Besh because of the things he'd done to me. It's 20 years before I found out what he'd done to me. 20 years since this person met Besh. Since this person should have known anything that he did to me. Unless he just volunteered it. And this person was such a close friend, they decided never to tell me. Just something to think about. The weather up here is damp, but actually quite pleasant. A little bit warm. I could be sitting here in my underwear, but I'm actually not right now because I just got out of the shower and I thought I'd be cool. And put on my lightest weight sweatpants and a t-shirt and underwear. When I finish this video, the sweatpants are coming off. The underwear's probably staying on. The t-shirt may come off too. I don't know. I've still got to W-A-L-K the D-O-G-S, which little sis will not walk with a leash on. She'll let me get a leash on her, a regular leash. I haven't been able to get the harness on her yet. She is way too tricky for that. But I get the leash on her in the crate. She just won't come out of the crate. Not with a leash on. Oh, can't be seen with that. It's a fashion faux pas. I'd really like to tell you the whole story of who I am. What leads me to be upset. Including the wet spot in the middle of my fuzzy comforter when I got home from work that night. That was the almost albinos thing. Well, that and DPs. Kind of makes me wonder. It was always my bed. Always with my girlfriend. Or the one I was most interested in. Which I made the mistake of introducing the one I was most interested in to Besh and to the almost albino guy. Anyway, long and unusual story there. Just not something else I need to worry about right now because, you know, my mind's not sane. I live in my own little reality, apparently. And nothing they're giving me seems to help. They keep putting me on more and more pills. I'm on 20 now. I'd still kill myself in a heartbeat. Just need the right trigger. That's all it takes. Right trigger. I've got 3 specific ways planned out. I have a favorite. It also involves liquor and beer, which, damn, it's a 7-mile walk to the liquor store. No, 6. Less than that. It's 5 minutes, 5-mile walk to the People's Clinic. I watched their GPS the other day. So 5 1/4. Oh, that's not bad. Of course, I fall down walking from the living room to the dining room, but the living room to the kitchen, whatever that place is where we fix food. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to know what y'all thought about the earlier thing. Should I bring it up? Should I let it lie? It's been lying for 20 some odd years. But it disturbs me a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I've got at most 3 hours, maybe. There's no way. I'll be lucky if I get an hour and a half or so. What I'll have to do with her is I'll have to let her out and hopefully she'll go on the pee pad. She missed earlier, but wasn't my responsibility at that time. I'm getting so tired of being treated like a child around here. She said Sunday, she said she gets ready to run the vacuum cleaner, and when she runs the vacuum cleaner, I get in the bedroom with the cats and close the door so the cats will all be happy. Like many women, I have tried to clean. Back when we first got here, I've tried to help her clean. You could never clean anything the way a woman wants it cleaned. So, what I do is, if I'm going to clean something, I do it while she's at work. And I do a better job than she does. Particularly like with dishes. I did dishes professionally for 9 months, and whenever they needed me to stand in, I'll put it this way, I was at dinner at the Kingston Pike Red Lobster, and they came out and said, "Tom, dish is getting behind." I said, "Okay." And I left my date there at the table, put my little napkin there at the table, went back, put on an apron, got dish caught up, went back out, took off my apron, sat back down on my napkin, and ate dinner. It was a simple matter of Pussy couldn't put his hands in the back of the washer, you know, where they're getting the steam rinse. You pull them right through that. You stick your hands into it and you pull it through. It's not hard. Maybe the first couple times, but you get used to it. But I did that at Hooters too. Everybody else in Hooters would only wash dishes when kitchen needed them. I would notice dishes piling up and I'd wash a stack of 10s, stack of 20s, stack of 30s. That's the number of wings that fit on each one. And a Hooters girl would come by and say, "Tom, next time you get a chance, could you run me a stack of 20s? And I'd point. And I would get a big hug. That there were benefits to it. But, I mean, it was just a simple matter. You're walking through, you take an extra 45 seconds to start them. Next time you walk through, you pull them out, set them in a pile to dry, you put another set in. Alright, maybe a minute and a half. Nobody ever misses you from up front. I mean, toward the end of the day, on Friday and Saturday, you're shucking between 150 and 300 oysters, depending upon what day it is and if there's a home game or not. You, personally, have to shuck 300 oysters before you leave. Everybody's like, well, why didn't you wear the glove? Because it triples the time per oyster. Anyway, I've had a long and unusual pass. And just now.